are one. God is with us. We are one. God is here in stillness and in quiet. There is light. We are one. We are one. God is with us. We are one. God is here in stillness and in quiet. There is light. We are one. God is with us. We are one. God is here in stillness and in quiet. There is light. We are one. There is no you. There is no me. There's only God that I can see. There is no you. There is no me. There's only God that I can see. There is no us. There is no them. There's only God, amen. There is no us, there is no them. There's only God, amen. There is no you, there is no me. There's only God that I can see. There is no you, there is no me. There's only God that I can see. There is no us, there is no them. There's only God, amen. There is no us, there is no them. There's only God. Amen. Good evening, everyone. Those of you who are here in the room with us tonight, and those of us that are joining us in the room via our stream. I'm Reverend Richard Burdick, and I'm here with Reverend Laura Lynn Bellamy. And we're kind of wondering where our good partner in crime is here. Michael Burke, we hope that he is safe. We were expecting him tonight, so we're going to let Spirit lead us to exactly what needs to happen tonight to fill the spaces. The two songs that we sang to enter this field in this time, there is no you, there is no me, there's only God. We, for the last 2 weeks, have been holding a space of peace for our nation, for our beautiful land, our country. And tonight, we're doing the same. We've gone through our electoral process, or we're in the middle of that electoral process, and the emotions are high. The opinions are high, but we have been steady from the beginning of our intention, and that was peace within the nation, within the country, within the hearts, within the states, within the churches, within this church, within each individual. That common intention is what will bring us back to the presence of God, for God is here. God is now in the midst of all of this chaos and all of these opinions and judgments. God is absolutely present, and we know that together as a family. We've been wearing these shirts that say, "Pray for Peace, 2020 and beyond," and a map of the United States. I hope that some of you here will get one of those to take those out, because I think right now, where we are, at least today, I felt it, we need more of these shirts on the street. We need more of these thoughts on the street. We are not defined, any of us, by our political party or where we place our vote. We are defined by the peace that we are and the peace that we demonstrate. And so we're going to hold a prayer here. That candle that's next to Laurel in there was lit as a symbol of the eternal flame of God, of peace, cannot ever and will not ever be extinguished. I'm going to invite you to give up judgment of any kind tonight, to give up any need to control, any need to hold and to grasp and to change and to shift. And at the end of this prayer, and I'll ask Laura Lynn to lead you in the response, which is simply, we will be the peacemakers. After each of my statements, I invite those of you gathered and those of you at home to repeat with Laura Lynn after each of these statements. Infinite Spirit of life and light, today we remember that we belong to each other. As human beings and as a nation, we commit our every word and deed to the activity of love and oneness. Not a oneness of opinion or expression, but a oneness of spirit and of truth. Together,
we will be peacemakers.
We affirm an end to all violence and oppression, and that apathy, indifference, and duality of any kind is laid to rest.
We will be peacemakers.
We pray that prejudice and discrimination give way to understanding, to justice, and listening.
We pray that our sacred land is honored, our nation is treasured, and that all citizens cooperate in caring for our common home. We will be peacemakers. We know together that every culture, race, and religion is respected and celebrated for the important place it holds in the fabric of our common humanity. We will be peacemakers.
We pray that every woman, child, and man feels valued, and that every life, no matter its color, its shape, its sexual orientation, its political party, gender identity, is a sanctuary of God. And so we stand in solidarity with all people and with those that have been marginalized or cast aside for a different opinion. And we stand in compassion for those that we don't understand.
We will be peacemakers.
We hold our nation and all of its leaders in our hearts tonight. that we may continue to be a beacon of hope to those who seek equality, freedom, and opportunity.
We will be peacemakers. Any fear, frustration, or anger that wells up within us inspires us to mend the nation and not destroy it.
We will be the peacemakers.
When we forget these truths, we will have the presence of mind to ask for forgiveness. When others forget, that forgiveness will be our gift to give. We will be the peacemakers.
As individuals and as a spiritual community, we serve as midwives for kindness, for gentleness, for understanding, and for compassion.
We will be the peacemakers.
We are one with the harmony of God, and all is in divine order, and peace reigns supreme throughout the nation and in every heart.
We are the peacemakers.
And so it is, and so we let it be. We're going to be chanting, and we're going to have extended periods of silence, and those of you in the room will have an opportunity to come to the microphone and to maybe offer your word of peace. In order to do that, we must be clear. So let us clear ourselves of judgment and the need to control or any resistance to the peace of God here and now. I give up judgment. I give up control, resistance. I give up resistance and free my soul. I give up judgment. I give up control. I give up resistance and free my soul. I invite you to sing these words with me. I give up judgment. I give up control. I give up judgment. I give up control, resistance. I give up resistance and free my soul, and free my soul. Judgment. I give up judgment. I give up control. I give up control, resistance. I give up resistance and free my soul, and free my soul, and free my soul, and free soul. Let us enter our first period of silent reflection, completely free of anything that would keep us from being the peace that we desire to be for our nation. Remaining in this prayerful, reflective posture, the sanctuary of our being, the most powerful place on the planet, a place of healing for our nation, for our communities, and for our families. Just remain there and let the words and the chants that follow now just lead you ever deeper and deeper into the truth that we belong to each other. We are not and will never be defined by our fears. So let's give them all over to God. They have never been us, and they never will be us. And so allow these words that Laura Lynn shares with you to be the vessel through which each of us, as citizens of this nation, as citizens of peace and not citizens of fear, hand it all of it, over to a power far greater than any of us.
Our life is laid in the loom of time to a pattern we do not always see. While the weavers and the shuttles fly till the dawn of eternity, some shuttles are filled with silver threads and some filled with threads of gold. While often the darker threads are all that they may hold, but the weaver watches with a skillful eye. Each shuttle flies to and fro, and clearly sees the pattern to follow. As the loom moves sure and slow, God surely plans the pattern. Each thread, the dark and the fair, is chosen by a masterful skill and placed in the web with care. God only knows its beauty and guides the shuttles which hold the threads unattractive, as well as the threads of gold. Not till each loom is silent and the shuttles cease to fly shall God reveal the patterns and explain the reasons why the dark threads are as needful as the weaver's skillful hand, as the threads of gold and silver for the pattern which God had planned.
Sometimes we just don't understand why things are the way they are, why we feel the way we feel, why somebody else feels a different way. In those moments of confusion and doubt and fear, ours is only to be the instrument of God's peace. We offer the words from the prayer of St. Francis. Take them on as your own and let them live in every cell of your mind and your heart and your body and your life. Make me an instrument, Lord of thy peace, as I give love, love I receive. Make me an instrument, humble and free, as I awaken the living light in me. As I awaken the living light in me, make me an instrument, Lord, of thy peace, as I give love, love I receive. Make me an instrument, humble and free, as I awaken the living light in me. As I awaken the living light in me. Let us enter our second period of silent reflection to awaken all that we know ourselves to be as instruments of love, as instruments of peace. As instruments of love and peace, the words that we speak have such tremendous power. And around this nation for months and months, and over the last 24 hours, a lot of words have been spoken. And we can give those words power, or we can simply choose more powerful words. Tonight we allow ourselves to choose words of love and words of peace, founded in a mindset of peace, a mindset of love, of harmony and understanding. And so we have a microphone here on the floor, and I'm going to invite the small group of people gathered here to not be shy. The world does not need us to shrink back in being shy right now. The country does not need that. The country needs our courage to counteract words of hate and divisiveness with the more powerful words of love and hate, of love and peace. And so the microphone is here. It could be one word. But the speaking of that one word on that microphone could be the exact word that is needed to turn things around. As you feel led, I will continue to play the piano. I invite you to speak that word, that statement, that prayer with all the courage it takes to come up and do that.
I pray that the next 4 years, whomever our president will be, they will lead us in reconciliation. I pray that each one of us will remember that person that's across the aisle from us is us. We're made of the same seed. I pray that our leaders, both at the national, the state, and local levels, will reach across the aisle and work together for the good of all of us, and that we will do the same. I hope.
I pray for compassion for all people all over the earth, that we may love each other, that we may be kind to each other, and that we may hold each other in these hard times.
Send it out every day, wherever we are, with our arms open or by our side, but with our thoughts going out to every human to feel love from us and peace.
I pray for open hearts, open minds, love, harmony, and peace. May this wash over our nation and our planet, now and for the days going forward. Amen.
I make a personal commitment to look for the things that I have in common with other people rather than the differences.
If I may, I'd like to read a couple of very wise words. If there is to be peace in the world, there must be peace in the nations. If there is to be peace in the nations, there must be peace in the cities. If there is to be peace in the cities, there must be peace between neighbors. And if there is to be peace between neighbors, then there must be peace in the home. If there is to be peace in the home, there must be peace in your heart. We can make a difference. Keep peace in your heart.
Beautiful words from Lao Tzu, the founder of the Taoist religion.
I think we should all remember to be grateful and to count the blessings, the smallest ones, in our life every day.
My prayer for the next 4 years is that they be filled with empathy.
Anybody else would like to come forward? Or just you can say it silently where you're at. That's fine too. Come on up, Susan. And those of you at home, as Susan's making her way to the microphone, you can be saying that prayer, and we are joining with you the power of a common intention. Say that prayer aloud where you sit tonight.
I have felt such a wonderful sense of peace these past few weeks, in spite of the fact that there has been turmoil everywhere. And tonight, I share my own peace with each and every person in this room and every person that you know and love and will soon be with. If you'll share that peace with them, soon the world will be encircled in peace.
We sing often in this community, let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. For a long time, there's been people holding, let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with you. We've kind of gotten it backwards. Let it begin with each and every one of us as we sing this next chant into our next period of silence. Peaceful people, peaceful planet, we are the difference, just me, just you. Peaceful people, peaceful planet, we are the difference, just me, just you. Please join me. Peaceful people, peaceful people, peaceful planet. We are the difference. We are the difference. Just me, just you. Peaceful people, peaceful planet, we are the difference, just me, just you. In the spirit of all the words and all the prayers spoken in these past few minutes, take it into the silence and take full and complete responsibility for the peace that we seek. And so once again, I invite Laura Lynn to invite us to give up anything that is unlike peace back to God and let it be transformed.
I took my fears, held their hand, and said, I will be your friend. And I surrendered them to God. I held them up to the light, and they became peace of mind. Then God and I danced as one with them, and they became confidence. I believed in transformation, and the surrender became my greatest healing. I prayed, and the fears became courage. I entered the silence, and the fears became strength. And God surrendered them back to me, and they had become love. I took my doubts, acknowledged them, and said, I am more than this, as I surrendered them to God. I held them up, and they became understanding and compassion. Then God and I danced as one with them, and they became nothing more than specters. That which once was so difficult became illusion. God believed in me, and I found strength. I believed in God, and I was transformed. Through surrender, we remembered we were one, and it all became my refuge as I was awakened to the truth. The truth that love is all there is. Love is all that is. I may continue to fear and to doubt at times, but I am assured that I will continue to surrender, to dance, and to remember, to love.
It sometimes makes no sense to the human ego to surrender. But as many of us have learned in 12-step programs, it is the surrender that brings the healing. Oh, it is not surrender in giving up. It is placing into the hands of a power far greater than our own understanding the entire situation, the entire life, the entire nation. There's a beautiful prayer that's been prayed for many, many generations in the 12-step program that seems kind of appropriate right now. A lot of us have gotten very addicted to the sense of duality and separation between each other. The nation has become addicted to being right and forgotten what it was like to be happy, to be one, to be joyful. And so we get consumed by our anxieties and our stresses and our needs and our judgments of others. And perhaps this prayer of serenity is exactly what we need as we surrender our hearts. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. The courage to change the things that I can. the wisdom to know the difference. God grant us serenity. God grant us courage. God grant us wisdom that we may live in peace. Please join me, serenity. God grant me serenity. God grant us courage. God grant us courage, wisdom. God grant us wisdom that we may live in peace. Together, God grant us serenity. God grant us courage. God grant us wisdom that we may live in peace. God grant us serenity. God grant us courage. God grant us wisdom that we may live in peace. That we may live in peace. We now live in peace. We now live in peace. Bringing the entire nation and all of our leaders into your heart space right now. Live in peace. In our final period of silence. Where we sit as a family of the United States, the United States. We are right on the edge of a new paradigm, a new possibility, a birthing. And it's up to us, one citizen at a time, to hold that new beginning as if you had a newborn in your hands, a precious, precious gift of life in your hands, because that's where the country resides right now. How easy is it to place that responsibility on somebody else? And how rewarding is it to know that the baby, the child, the nation is placed in our hands? I offer you this poem by Christina Russell. Notes for our journey ahead. You are at the threshold of your journey's beginning. You are at the center of your own journey's heart. You are brushing tears from your eyes, brushing the tears from the eyes of your journey, and touching the skin of the body of your journey. You are standing in the center of our nation's journey and its destination, realizing that you and I are the journey. Oh, the crazy man looks up and he thanks God for Brother Wolf, and the starving ascetic murmurs, "I'm awake." And the 14-year-old girl stares at a chestnut tree, dreaming of movie stars and God's goodness and crystal Nacht and a nation of peace. And our still human heart says, "No, that can't be." And God's still heart echoes back, "Love." Fall into your journey and dance and revel and wash yourself clean in your discoveries. Place nothing over your heart or over the heart of the nation. Place nothing between you and peace. Place nothing between you and love. Place nothing between you and God. Place nothing between you and each other. No sackcloth or ashes, no hair shirt, no splintered cross, no cancer cell, no angry word, and no regimented doctrines. God fits in no space save our heart. And our human heart says, "How can that be?" And God's heart says, "Love." And what does love give to love, to discover love? 5 senses and a mind and God. Steps and answers and starry-eyed seekers with music in their souls, with peace in their heart. Fountains and phones and elderly men laughing with zeal and enthusiasm. A woman cured of ailments, or a child picked up and hugged. A dead man walking from a tomb. And a dead heart once again joining in the chorus. As we come to the end of our time, let us commit to awakening the dead places within us, the dead places in our communities, in our relationships, where something took first place over God and love and peace and kindness. Because at the end, it's only kindness that matters. When all is said and done, we often ask the question, what will be on our tombstone? Will it be he was right? Or will it be he was kind? It is my hope that each and every one of us has those words written in our obituary when our time to leave earth comes, that we will have the words emblazoned, graven into our hearts and our souls and our legacies. They were so kind. In the end, only kindness matters. In the end, it's all about love. In the end, only kindness matters. Yes, it's all about love. When all is said and done, what will they see in me? Sing with me. In the end, only kindness matters. In the end, only kindness matters. In the end, it's all about love. In the end, only kindness matters. Yes, it's all about love. Together. In the end, only kindness matters. In the end, it's all about love. In the end, only kindness matters. Yes, it's all about love. When all is said and done, when all is said and done, what will they see in me? What will they see in me? In the end, only kindness matters. In the end, it's all about love. In the end, only kindness matters. Yes, it's all about love. I want to live in a kind nation. I want you to live in a kind nation that has less to do with who's at the top and much more to do with those that are on the earth. Let's create a kind earth, a kind church, and a kind nation. I hope that this time together with Laurelyn and myself has been valuable to you. Take a deep breath with me and let's take it all in. Maybe there was one word or one chant or one silence or one prayer that was spoken that is yours to take out into the world. As the t-shirts say, once again, pray for peace, 2020 and beyond. If it had value, I'm going to invite you to say thank you with making a monetary gift, either through text to give, through Facebook, through mailing a check to the church. Those of you here placing a donation in the basket in the back as a means of saying, I'm in it, and I'm in it for the long haul. We have a marathon in front of us. If you would like to take one of these t-shirts and wear it around, and it really makes a bold statement without you having to be too bold about speaking it. Pray for peace, 2020 and beyond. They're only $10. I want to thank Dr. Jerry Epps, who was also going to be with us tonight and came ill. So we're going to hold Jerry Epps. We're going to hold Michael Burke in our prayers. And I'm going to ask Laurelyn if you wouldn't mind just doing a closing prayer to put a nice bow on our evening. That would be wonderful.
If here you have found an answer, share it outside these walls with people that Spirit brings across your path. If here you have found a moment of safety, carry that trust into a world that needs more trust. If here you have found love, go out and share it with a hurting world so that the illusion that we are alone, that we are separate, is blinded by the light of our love. Leave this place in perfect peace, and take that peace with you into your heart, into your home, into your families, into everyone that comes to your mind this night. Go in peace to love and serve. May it be so.
Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.